7 years later, and we just finding out that the NBA bubble probably should have never happened. As y'all see the news, Stephen A. Smith has now apologized to Kyrie Irving for bashing him and telling him he should retire in 2021. We just got news that the medical doctor that was overseeing the world in 2021 is now pleading the fifth on questions about COVID-19. Like, was it real? Why was everybody sent home to work remotely? Why did he shut the world down for half the year? These are all questions that were asked, and he pleaded the fifth, which makes it to be that Kyrie Irving actually probably had a point not being vaccinated in the NBA, losing almost $15 million for doing so, and having the Brooklyn Nets that had basically a championship roster miss the playoffs because of his actions. He didn't want to play. The city of New York mandated everybody to get it, and if he didn't get it, he wouldn't be able to play. Here's one of the videos where Stephen A. went off on Kyrie Irving, saying that it was embarrassing for the Nets to lose to Golden State, and this was due to Kyrie Irving's actions. And if y'all remember anything about sports, y'all know Stephen A. went crazy, disrespected him, he called him a quitter, and so much more.
AD, you made the wrong decision, bro. And here's why. Because you trusted Kyrie. Kyrie Irving betrayed you. Flat out betrayed you. Left you hanging. And while you sitting up there getting your ass kicked last night, all right? Steph Curry sitting there shimmying and joking around, laughing on the court. They were cheering for Steph Curry in Brooklyn.
Wow.
From opening tap. They were chanting MVP in the Barclays Center, and it wasn't for the dude averaging 28.9 points a game for the Brooklyn Nets. It was for Steph Curry. And then you juxtapose Steph Curry compared to Kyrie Irving, and what do you have? You got Kyrie Irving, who is a showstopper. Kyrie Irving, who is a superstar talent. He is box office and can't be trusted. I actually hope Kyrie Irving gets cut. I mean, this is a disgrace.
As y'all can see that he said on national television that he wishes Kyrie Irving to get cut. If anything, that's an insane move to do on television. To now think that Kyrie Irving was right all along, he has to apologize. Like, there's no other way. So that was just one of the things that he did. This is another.
But I've been covering the NBA now for almost 25 years. I mean, this is some of the stupidest nonsense I've ever seen. Just flat out stupid. So let me get this straight. So if the reports are true, because we don't know whether they are or not.
Well, you took it like they were.
But let's give credit to Sham and others who have reported this. It is what it is. Let's go with that, okay? If it is true, Jay, if it is true, Marcus, so you don't have a problem with taking the vaccine, your position is that you're going to sit up there and compromise the championship aspirations of an organization you signed on to represent. You coaxed Kevin Durant into signing on to represent. You played a role in coaxing James Harden into signing on to represent. You're going to compromise all of that.
But Stephen A. is looking at it as if, like, hey, dude, like, fuck the COVID vaccine. You got all these great players and got a chance to win a championship. You advocated for Steve Nash. You advocated for KD. You advocated for James Harden. And you're going to waste the opportunity just because of a shot or two to your arm. Basically, what Kyrie's standpoint was, it's bigger than basketball. He's not money motivated. He lost $15 million due to missing 35 home games. Because the state of New York would not let him play a game if he didn't get vaccinated. So these people got two different standpoints.
Because you want to give a voice to the voiceless. Really? And how is that going to work out for you, Kyrie Irving? You're going to disappear from the game of basketball? Who the hell is going to be interested in what you have to say when you have proven that you can't even be trusted enough to do your damn job? A job you volunteered for. This ain't the military where you were drafted. You chose to play basketball. You chose to enter the NBA. You chose to sign that contract as a free agent to go to the Brooklyn Nets. You chose Brooklyn as your destination. You chose the Nets franchise to represent. You asked KD and James Harden to come on board with you in Brooklyn to establish your own legacy, and then you leave them hanging.
Well, I guess he left them hanging, but again, Kyrie wasn't money motivated. Seems like he was steps ahead of everybody due to the medical doctor Fauci not answering any questions while being subpoenaed at Capitol Hill. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Dr. Fauci or Fauci, whatever you want to call him, if you guys haven't seen it, this is the doctor that was over COVID during the time Kyrie sat out all those games. He's been asked questions he didn't want to answer. He was subpoenaed to answer questions for COVID-19.
What day of the week is it today?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What color tie are you wearing?
As you can read here, Dr. Anthony Fauci invokes Fifth Amendment at COVID-19 hearing. So this is a COVID-19 hearing.
The advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What color's the carpet in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What day of the week is it?
So as you can see, he didn't answer any questions. In fact, he had said the same line 111 times, the exact same way. So that is why it's being that's why this news is speculated. Like, was Kyrie right? Why is a doctor who was over the world in 2021, he made the decisions for COVID-19, shut down workspaces, made everybody work from home and do everything else? Why is he not answering these questions? So that's why Stephen A. has issued an apology, which we'll see now. This is the video.
There were others who had the courage to say, bump that. And one of those people at the forefront was Kyrie Irving.
Yes, he was.
I bring his name up because I had my issues with him from a leadership standpoint, never as a player, because he's sensational. But with him, in terms of leadership, and I didn't look at it.
I would say if it was, I would say it's the other way around. I think Stephen A. took it as more of the player point because he mentioned that he brought the coach in. He mentioned that he brought KD in. He mentioned that he brought James Harden in. But he led by not, like, he just did the opposite. He led in his own way, basically. He knew not to take the shots. He knew not to bow down to the mandates. So that was his way of leadership. Nobody followed him at the time because obviously COVID was a big thing. So I mean, I would say Stephen A. needs to flip what he's saying. I think Stephen A. needs to flip what he's saying.
As being courageous. I looked at it as being selfish.
Yeah, that.
And I watched Dr. Fauci on Capitol Hill yesterday. And the person I thought about most was Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving stood out in my mind because of the heat that he was taking. And how folks were piling on because that was just the latest transgression in their eyes that he
or the easiest thing. It was the easiest thing for him to do.
Subjecting the public to. He refused the vaccine. New York City's mandate made him ineligible for home games.
Yep.
And he linked his stance to people losing jobs over vaccine mandates. In my opinion, particularly hindsight-wise, it didn't make him stubborn or selfish. It made him brave for his willingness to stand up and say, nah, I'm not doing that.
So that was that. So 7 years later, you got Stephen A. apologizing, but we haven't heard much for Kyrie yet about this. But yeah, I mean, I don't think the NBA bubble should never happen. He, like Kyrie said, he made people work from home. A lot of people lost jobs. A lot of jobs went bankrupt. Yeah, money was economically, money was tanking. So for Stephen A. to be the bigger person and apologize to Kyrie, but is it too late? It's 7 years later since COVID-19 happened. Y'all put in the comments below, man. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.